Hey everybody, it's Jeff Short with Chauvet DJ, here with my friend Rick Peoples, product manager. Rick, how are you?
Fantastic, Jeff. How are you doing today?
Good. Well, we're here today to talk about a topic that has been really on the top of a lot of your minds, and we're going to talk today about what the differences are, what some of the similarities are, and hopefully arm you with more information so that you can decide which of these powerful machines might be right for you. First of all, we have the Nimbus here, and we have the Cumulus here. And I think the main differences between these two machines is what they actually use to create the effect that people are talking about. So talk to us a little bit about the differences between those two things.
Okay, on the Nimbus, this uses regular tap water and dry ice. There's no fog fluid involved. The atmosphere that's produced is literally a cloud. So we are dealing with science here with the effect of the dry ice and the hot water creating that outburst of cloud.
So what does the Cumulus run on then?
The Cumulus runs on distilled water, which is actually ultrasonically vibrated and atomized that way and forced out via a fan. It's also injected with a little bit of fog to give you that smoother look and to make it last a little bit longer.
So let's talk about that. So we've got dry ice and regular water here. We've got distilled water and fog fluid here, a combination of the two. So that means automatically we're looking at two different costs just to operate the things. So the units themselves do cost a little bit differently as well. Here on the Nimbus, we have a MAP price of about $1,099.99. Over here on the Cumulus, the MAP price is $1499.99. Those might be different where you are and depending on the places that you're getting the units from. But beyond that, the cost of operating them, let's talk about that. So we know here in South Florida, dry ice is going for about $1.60 a pound, okay, something like that. And that's also going to vary depending on where you are. And how many pounds will one burst effect on the Nimbus, how many pounds would that require?
For one shot, you're going to use 10 pounds of dry ice in this machine.
And one shot is how long?
Approximately 6 minutes.
Okay,
the
so
results are going to vary based on the atmosphere that you're in.
Great. So for a song, basically,
right?
So you got 10 pounds, $1.60 a pound. That's going to be $16 per blast, which is about the length of a song. Now, say for instance, you might use this effect 3 or 4 times. You're probably looking at, around $50, to get those 4 blasts out of the Nimbus. Here, you're not utilizing dry ice. You need the cost of the fog fluid, and you need the cost of the distilled water. So those could be different costs as well. Now, what kind of, is it? It's not haze fluid, it's fog fluid in the Cumulus.
It's a new fluid in the Chauvet line. It's low-lying fog fluid, specifically designed to hug the floor better than our conventional fog fluids.
Okay, and so how much fluid does that take for a similar, say for instance, a song effect?
Well, you're going to use a little bit of water. It takes 2 gallons to fill that machine with water, but the haze tank on this is going to last your whole event even if you're running it all night.
Okay.
You're going to consume water at a much higher rate than you are the fog fluid on that machine.
Sure.
Also, the Cumulus can run long term. If you're on a stage, if you're doing a mini version of The Voice, let's say, where they love their liquid nitrogen effect, you see it all the time, the stage is completely coated in this wonderful cloud. That's liquid nitrogen. Most places don't afford that except for big productions. The Cumulus can run unlimited until it runs out of water. So you can take that 6-minute burst that you get here. It's not going to be as intense of a burst, but you'll be able to cover that floor for a whole act in a play, a whole series. As long as you want it to run, that machine's capable of running.
Let's actually load this thing up. We're going to talk about the Nimbus and see that effect first.
Okay.
Okay?
This one, the Nimbus here, is a simple hatch on top to open it up. We're going to pour 5 gallons of regular water in it. This is quick and easy. We've already got our jug filled up. Now, inside this machine, there's also a line, so you can see when the water is at the right height. And 5 gallons fills it up perfect. I've done this once or twice before. If you can get your hands on one of these at your local grocery store, keep it. It's really good for filling this unit. Now we have the water in the machine. The next thing we have to do is plug this in. This is where your wait time runs in. Okay. The Cumulus is going to be ready to run in about 4 minutes. It's going to take 20 minutes with 2 circuits for the Nimbus to be ready to fire. It takes 1 hour if you only have one of the circuits going. So it's best to use 2 outlets.
Talk about that. Why 2 circuits?
Basically what we have here is a hot water heater in a plastic tank with a stainless steel bucket that drops dry ice into that water. So there's 2 heating elements, 1 circuit for each element. If you use both heating elements, you're going to get the water hot twice as fast. Use the single heating element because you have restricted power. It's going to take you an hour to get this unit to temperature. Now, for most people at their gigs, that shouldn't be a problem as long as you come in, fill this with water, and get it heated up.
Excellent. And again, there's hardly any heat up time with the Cumulus because it's a totally different system.
Correct.
Excellent. Well, we're going to let this heat up, and let's take a look at what happens once that water is hot.